Hello and welcome again. This is going to be Cayman Cruise number 2. The first one aired on Wednesday, or well, was recorded on Wednesday, and yesterday I did Turbo Thursday, which was for the introduction of the Neptunia Virtual Stars, I guess, speed run tech video thing that I'm doing. Like I said, it could be daily races, it could be that. It depends on how good the daily races are for the week. But again, here we are at Lago Maggiore GP. Unfortunately, I was going through Colorado Springs and the Cayman, but due to the restrictions of the Cayman not having actual dirt tires, it isn't eligible to be driven on that circuit. So we'll just move on straight to Maggiore. Now, like it says, this one is going to be about interests. Now, interest meaning, like I explained before, I'm into anime and manga. I didn't even explain manga, huh? No, I'm interested in manga, but for the most part, in anime itself, I've been watching since 2007. Now, or not 2007, 2005. So I've been for a while watching anime. I think it's 16 years if you really count it. 2005. The first actual episode of anime I watched was what was it? Naruto on Cartoon Network back. Forget me if I'm wrong, but I think it's either November 25th or November 28th of 2005 when I first watched the first episode of what was it? The first episode of Naruto. So it was a long time ago. Very much so, but I can accept how long it's been, and over the time I've been watching, Naruto ended, and Boruto started. And to be frank, even though Naruto is the first anime I ever watched, I continue not to watch Boruto. I stopped watching it about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I didn't really care too much about it. I didn't really care too much about the Boruto anime, and even a lot of people haven't, but it's starting to catch up to the manga, and I guess it's changing some things where it's finally coming to fruition where people do want to start watching it again, or watching certain moments that happened in the manga. But unfortunately for myself, I'm not one of those people. The most recent one that I've been looking forward to for the movie specifically is Black Clover. I ended up watching it on a whim, the first episode on Toonami, whenever it aired, and now even the dub is catching up to the end of the series, and that was the end of the series was earlier in 2021, before they confirmed the movie for 2023. Now, we don't know what the movie's going to contain. It could be the end of the arc, it could be a completely unrelated arc, because Dragon Ball's done that as well, where they've done movies. All the movies are basically non-canon except for, I believe it was Dragon Ball Super Broly. Technically, it's canon because it said Super, so it was canon. And secondly enough, it was included in the Super manga for, I think, a couple pages. So technically, it is canon in that way. Instead of it being, a non-canon like all the other movies are. So that's a good thing. But instead of just talking about shonen anime, I do tend to watch some of the seasonals. I believe, I'm a Spider, So What is one of them. I watched Sword Art. I haven't watched it in a while. Or I'm waiting for Progressive to come out in the US, which they have confirmed they are airing it in the United States, so I'm very excited for that. But also some not really known ones, or some of the seasonals that I'm watching this season that some people may be interested, some not. I'm not sure. But Fruit of Evolution is one I usually watch. It's not too bad. It's about some dude who gets, I think his whole class ends up getting transferred to a different world, and he's separated from everybody, but he ate fruits of evolution, so he's vastly stronger than all of them, but again, he's basically in the edge of nowhere, so he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, he's not together with everybody. But also another one that's sort of like that is, I believe it's Moonlit Fantasy, but on the difference is that that person was from that other world, and he just got transported into it because the goddess, I guess, was repaying some debt or something. I don't really remember the premise of it, but that ended at the end of last season. So I'm excited to see if it comes back in either 2023 or 2024. Because usually when an anime ends, it usually takes like a what is it, a year or two to come back. Except for Restaurant from Another World, which that took, I think it was 4 years to come back, and it just started its run again in April, not April, October of 2021. So it was a long while. Glad it came back. But then there's also the fact that, what was its name? Devil's a Part Timer got approved for 2021. Or 2022, that's coming back. So for a lot of people, it's exciting. But I'm just doing this right here for thumbnail purposes. Since I don't have a way to actually take pictures, I'm just going to leave it here for about a minute, I guess. Or actually, I'm going to scroll around. But yeah, I do enjoy anime quite a lot. Oh yeah, that's another one that's right here. Toaru Kagaku no Railgun or Majutsu Index, whichever one you want to call it, because there are different ones. There's also Accelerator, which is really good. A really good side story to it. The Toaru universe is from, I believe it was Denkaki Buso. Denki Buso. I don't remember the actual name of the magazine, but that's where it was from. And it's quite interesting that I think Railgun has 3 seasons, Index has 3 seasons, and I believe Accelerator currently has one, but hopefully a second one's in the works. So in total, it's had 8 total. It wasn't not 8. 7 total seasons between all 3 series, and I'm quite excited to see how they plan to continue it on since between Index 2 and Index 3, because Index 3 premiered in, I believe it was 2019 or 2018. I'm not really sure. It's either 2018 or 2019. But it was about 6 years in between. So if we're taking that right now, 18, 19, 21, 2, looking at least a 2023 or 2024 release for Index 4, if that ends up happening. And then another anime that I watched was Uma Musume. This is Karin. Why do I have her on my car? Well, the story is the game is in Japan on the mobile phone, and the first banner I saw people summoning on was Karin. So I chose to put Karin on the car. That is the only reason whatsoever I have her on the car. I don't think she's in the anime. She's in the anime, but not like a major part of the anime. The first season was about Special Week, and the second was more focused on Tokai Teo and I believe Meijiro McQueen, if I'm correct. But I do have the car with them on it, but it is in a Cayman, so it won't be featured, unfortunately. But it is a good show. It is fun. I like it. And what I tend to watch them on is this is not sponsored, but I do tend to watch it on Crunchyroll a lot. Oh, excuse me. I tend to watch Crunchyroll a lot. Um, I've been subscribed to them for was it 2015? So like 6 years, and again, they have a lot of anime. Some they don't because Funimation or others have exclusive licenses, or even Netflix at this point. I mean, Netflix got the exclusive license to Eden Zero. That's like ridiculous to me, and I wouldn't be surprised if they say they get the exclusive license to what was it, Fairy Tale 100 Year Quest. I would not be surprised at this point if they get the exclusive license to 100 Year Quest, but Eden Zero was probably on the lower end of the money pool, but speaking of Fairy Tale, if they want to try and get the sequel, they probably have to pay significantly a lot more to get quote exclusive rights to it. And then of course people would have to wait 24 weeks like they did originally, or about 20 weeks originally, to get the dub and the sub on Netflix. So we'll just see how that works out, but quite excited for when Eden Zero, the second part, comes on to Netflix, and 100 Quest comes to the original, like Crunchyroll or whatever, and hopefully it'll be on Netflix. We'll see. But uh, yeah, it's quite an interesting journey that I've been through. I also used to be a part of a group. or not a group. I used to do it myself. Um, Back in 2012 for let's go to Kyoto. Which one? I'm probably gonna do one from each because I didn't end up doing gardens, so I'm probably just gonna do one section of each. And I technically like what choice is Yamagawa? I like Yamagawa too, so we'll go with Yamagawa too. But I did used to watch a show called Pretty Rhythm back in around 2012, 2013-ish. And hold on, engine rev in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is it happening right now? Yes? No? Maybe so? Gotta get it in once a video. But yes, Pretty Rhythm, Aurora Dream, Damn It Future, Rainbow Live. I believe it's the Rainbow Live movie for the guy's side, and then I believe the other series were Pre-Para, Idle Time, Kirado, and now right now in Japan is Watcha Pretty Maji, I believe the name is. So it's been going on for a while. They, I believe, currently are in the 10th anniversary because the first episode of Aurora Dream premiered in June. Oh no, July of 2011. So it was even before I watched. And funny story about it, I had a choice between watching Pretty Rhythm, Aurora Dream, the first episode, or the first episode of Sweet Pre-Kid. You can probably guess which one I watched, but I did eventually end up getting to Sweet Pre-Care at the time after its airing, and I still consider, I believe it was a screenshot from episode 41 or 42, where one of the main characters got really, really angry in a Santa suit, and it was just like the coolest thing ever that I can think of at the time. So it was quite the marvel, and even Pre-Care over the years has been it's gone on every year since 2004, I believe. I think every year. So they had, I don't know all the names of all of them, but I'm going to try my best to say all of them. Futari Pre-Care, Futari Pre-Care Splash Star. Then there was Yes Pre-Care 5. Then you had Yes Pre-Care 5 Go-Go, Fresh, Heart Catch, Sweet, Smile, Doki Doki, Happiness Charge, Maho Sugai, or, well, the Americanized name, Witchy Pre-Care. Then you had Kira Kira Aomon. What else was there? Healing Gun, Alamode, Healing Gun, Kirado Pre-Chan. Not Kirado Pre-Chan. I'm mixing myself up. Let me think. Star Twinkle, and then currently it's Tropical Rouge. I may have missed one. If I missed one, please comment it. I think I missed exactly one of those previous series, but it's a long-running series. I've watched, I think, every series except for, I think it was Heart Catch and Fresh. I haven't watched any of the episodes of those, and I missed half of Pre-Care 5 Go-Go. So I may watch those at some point, may not. Who knows? Because each series has a separate storyline that doesn't connect back to the others. And the movies are, quote, non-canon to the story because they don't actually talk about the movies. So it's very possible that you can just jump in at any point and enjoy it. The Pretty Rhythm series, on the other hand, there's 2 series, I think, that have connecting timeline or connecting, like, things. So, like, for example, Aurora Dream and Damn It Future take place in the same era. I think about 4 years apart, 3 or 4 years apart. I think it was 3 because Mars ended up becoming Prison Queens for like 2 years, 3 years straight. So there's that. But Aurora Dream and Damn It Future share the same. Rainbow Live has it with the movies for the Pretty Rhythm series. Then you had Pre-Para and Idle Time Pre-Para, which are on the same one, 2 years apart, I believe. And then Kirado Pre-Chan is its own thing, but it has Ira in it. And then for Watch It Pretty Maji, it's a completely different thing. None of the characters are in it that were in previously, and I don't think they will, honestly. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to wait for the subs a bit, because for some reason, Crunchyroll nor Funimation nor anybody has picked it up, even though Crunchyroll has Kirado Pre-Chan, 50 episodes of it. the entirety of Idle Time Pre-Para and the entirety of the original Pre-Para. Maybe it didn't garner enough fans. I'm not sure. But it was a big thing when Crunchyroll went on their Twitter and said, okay, we'll add Pre-Para. Because I think someone in 2015 said to add Pre-Para, and they went back to that tweet and they're like, yeah, sure, okay. So, again, just notice my interest in anime. I'm going to try, I think, next Wednesday to talk about video games at some point. Because I tried to like mix everything in as the intro originally, but this one was more focusing on the anime side of things. So yeah, that's about it. So again, if you did enjoy this video, I know I'm cutting the lap short, but if you did enjoy it, please like, comment, sub, ring the little bell if you want to you know get notified on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So I'm going to try up 3 days a week on any of these videos. And again, if you did enjoy, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.